Well, good morning here on a very wet day here in Camberton. Got a lot to explore today, just see what it's like this morning after the Euros. You know, everyone's had a big night. Everyone's probably still recovering. So we're gonna have a quick look around, get something to eat, and then head back onto the open road. But we're gonna go to Penzance. Well, what I've found here in Camberton, it's a really interesting church. Look at the material this church is made from. I've never seen a church like this before, made from this kind of material. It's got a very interesting feel to it. Well, can't lie, it's a very quiet day out here in Camberton. There's not much going on. People are obviously hungover from last night. Oh, this is so heartbreaking. So look at this cool place over here, Pizzeria Cafe. It's got some benches. It's got a telephone booth. Let's have a look at the telephone booth. Wow, this telephone booth's been ransacked. As you can see, all the glass has been broken. Okay, let's not cut myself. Telephone's not there. Door's been gone. But yeah, I don't know, I just like the atmosphere of this place. But unfortunately, it's closed on Mondays and Sundays. And it's Sunday today, so. But let's see what else we can find. Over here, we've got the church earlier that I saw that I really got very excited about. So now we've got a bit of time. Let's go see what all the fuss is about. We can see here that this building over here is being let, disused chapel being to let. So obviously people aren't going in it anymore, and maybe it will turn into one of these other converted churches that we've seen a lot of around Cornwall today. But that's a rather sad sight, you know. Let's go in and have a look at what it's like anyway. Just like everything else in every other church in Camborne is closed, sadly. See there, the windows have been boarded up. The old glass there, it's been smashed a bit. So we're just going to go check out what some of the residential areas look like around here, what life is like in the suburbs. Well, the atmosphere here in the suburbs is very dreamy, very quiet, quite so nostalgic. I quite like this. It's quite dreamy. I think I can really describe it. So here's another sign that I find quite interesting. College Street is street and ecology. Isn't that interesting? The streets, the college, or something like that. some kind of statue. Don't know what it is. See how I've got a real maze of little alleyways down this town. So, just looking at this letting agents here, it seems like the big problems with this area is just places becoming vacant, you know. People leaving the town, and there being no one to derive an income from the houses here. So there are some places on sale, you know, if you like what you see. Unfortunately this place is closed, but if you just look inside, this is a kind of old charity shop, I guess. You get some really old school sort of model planes, cars, there's a sort of Georgian doll, some old books and stuff. But you know, it's places like this that just really, this shop is just kind of frozen in time, you know. Where else would you find a fire engine, a model fire engine like that, or a magazine about the Falklands War? Sadly, it's closed on Sundays. Hi. Oh, excuse me, do you know anywhere that might be open for like a coffee around here this time?
Costa, I should think.
Okay, I'll check that out.
Most places don't open until about 10.
Really? Okay. Yeah, it's quite so quiet today, isn't it? See, it's buildings like this that I find really fascinating. You know, we saw some of this elsewhere, but just this big. Let me just cross the road quickly. These big, old, sort of Edwardian, Victorian style buildings, and you know. You see up there it's really nice, and just down here this has all just been boarded up and this has been put on sale. Who knows what it was originally, who knows what it has been for the past 20 or so years before it's closed. But it's really quite an interesting story behind that. Looks like this is some kind of, I don't fucking know what it is, to be honest. And here we've got the parish vestry. Not sure what a vestry is, but we've got one over here. Again, it's just this nice old sign. You know, where else in the UK do you see stuff like this? It's just really very retro. Hi mate. Yeah. Here we go, some more Cornish over here. Bonder. What's that? Bonder Aneglos. Church Lane. Now, if you speak French, if you speak Greek, you'll know Ecclesia, Église. So it's the same roots. So there we go. And that's the, and then Bounder is obviously lane. So, you know, bit by bit, I hope we're all picking up a bit of Cornish. Have a look at this gem here in Cambourne. This looks like some kind of Greek temple almost, but made out of the sort of concrete sort of stone that a lot of the buildings here in Cambourne are made out of. Used to be a literary institute, it says over there, but now it's some kind of contemporary arts hub sponsored by the European Union and the UK government. And over here, check this out. It's like a bingo hall. Should have gone here last night. You know what I mean? You just, when you come to Cornwall, you don't think of something like this being here. You know, you just think of the beaches, you think of, you know, the holidays, the nice cafes, whatever. But you don't think of like these big urban structures, you know, like a bingo hall. God, I'm getting a lot of looks around here with this camera. People are very suspicious. Let's check out what's up here. And this is the bus stop of Camborne. Here are all the places we can go to from Camborne. So that's where we are. That's where we were yesterday, Red Roof. That's Truro. Falmouth. And yeah, this is where we're going to go. Right to the very corner of Cornwall. See over here, we've just got another place that's closed down. Shop to let, low rent, flexible lease. It's very sad. Very sad to see places closing down on this high street. And what is, like, if you look around, like, it's still quite a bustling place. There is still a lot of places open. So it's sad to see places closing down. People struggling to get more shops on the high street. It's a problem we see a lot all over the UK, but particularly here it seems to be quite a problem. It's very sad. So it's funny, I wanted to get a very authentic, cafe experience. Go some nice greasy spoon or something, but unfortunately everything's shut on a Sunday till about 10 o'clock. And even then, like, the options are quite sparse. So the only thing that's open sadly, is a Costa. So I'm just gonna walk up the street and go there. So here, we've got some kind of old building of some description. And look over here, they turned it into a Costa. Which is very strange, which is where we're gonna go now. Could I get a medium, please?
Yep, you're sitting in, lovely.
Oh, yes, please. Well, it's sad to see, in some sense, some old architecture like this become like a cafe. But on the other hand, it is very nice in here. And in some weird way, I think there's a real irony here, where these places, like these coffee shops or these pubs that take over these old buildings, often become very similar, serve a very similar purpose to what they were originally intended for, as a kind of community hub, basically. Oh, thank you so much. Cheers. Thank you. I was just going to ask you, sorry, what did this building used to be before it was a Costa?
It's been a church originally.
Really?
It's been a lot of things.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
It's got a lot of it still up there as well.
Really, really. Okay, so, that was very nice coffee in the Costa in Camborne. Now let's try and find my car and make some headway. The car's over here. All right, let's get out of here and head towards Penzance.
Turn right onto Union Street.
Yeah, I'm sad to be leaving Camborne. I'm worried that Penzance, again, is going to be a bit touristy. I'm not going to see much of like the real, proper Cornish life, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I just want to get out quickly. Just show you where we are. So I've just stopped off at a lay-by over here, and look over there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's the most beautiful sea. It's just gorgeous, it's deep bright blue. And that, my friends, is the North Atlantic. right over there in the distance. That is quite a sight. Now I know we've come to Cornwall for the, you know, for the culture, but I've got to say, the nature here, like the countryside, the surroundings, is just absolutely magnificent. I wish I brought some trunks with me, because I would honestly go for a swim, to be honest. But yeah. Anyway, let's get back in the car. Okay, so just to show you here, we've made it to Penzance. Or we twinned with Nevada, Cuxhaven. This is looking pretty interesting. So we're going to drive into the centre and check it out. If you would like to go to the Isles of Scilly, here in the furthest west part of the country, you can get a ferry from Penzance. I was thinking about going myself, although it is it's a bit of a trek to get there, so I decided not to. But next time I'm in Cornwall. Okay, this is quite an interesting sign over here. Jennings Street in Cornish is Stret and Todden. So, Street the Todden. It must be the word for Jennings in Cornish. Oh, what do you guys make of this place? This is really retro, I love it. Unfortunately it's shut, as everything is in Penzance. Like, it's a very traditional place, you know. Sundays still mean something, unlike in many parts of the country. You can see that open sign is off, but wow, look at this, it's really cool. Very retro, like you just don't see places like this. I keep saying this, you just don't see it in most parts of the UK, but yeah, it's real blast from the past. There we go, that's the menu. What are they serving? That's the insides, but yeah. Hello. It's cool, isn't it? Very, very retro.
Yeah, and it's nice food.
Yeah. Oh, sad that it's shut. Have a nice day. So, imagine you're on holiday in Penzance, but you're a bit tired of the sea. You know, you've seen enough of it. What do you do? Well, luckily for you, there's a nice amusement arcade over here. So check this out. I've got some very cool looking sculptures. It's very old, so classical design. These guys are kind of holding up the whole building. And yeah, over here is an amusement arcade. Wow, so this is really like a blast from the past. I know this might sound a bit weird to you guys, but the floor, it's just very retro. I feel like back in the day, everywhere had floors like this, but now it's all a bit different. See here, we've got a very old change machine. Got a laundry room through here. It's a bit of an interesting mix. So over here, we've got a Potemkin bowling alley. Wow. Look at that. So yeah, there you go. Nice retro amusement arcades. So look over here. Look at this sort of stained glass window of the amusement arcade. No one would bother to make something like that anymore, you know. And over here, we have some kind of car show. So let's go check it out. So obviously these cars are really interesting, but what I like probably more than anything else is the number plate is got the Cornish flag on it rather than the English flag. It's a bit like in Moldova, how they have the Transnistrian flag on some of the cars rather than the Moldovan flag. It's kind of similar dynamic. Not saying that this is like Transnistria. Oh wow. Look at this car. And here, right on the coast of the North Atlantic, we have something very unusual. Just take a look over here. You'll see there's an Indian restaurant that's been closed down and abandoned, and it's just sitting here right on the face of the North Atlantic here in Penzance. So it's all been boarded up, but yeah, the Barber Indian restaurant. I wonder how long it's been since this was open, and what it would have been like to go inside. Over here we see an outdoor area, and oh my god, this is remarkable what's happened to it. Look at all these bottles. See, this would have been a garden. Maybe it would have had bins and stuff here. People would come out here for a smoke on their break or whatever. And now it seems to be a bit of a extremely popular hangout spot. Like, people are just coming here and taking their bottles and, you know, a bottle of beer, a bottle of wine by the looks of things, and just sit here, chill and have a drink. Just having a look around the back of this, seeing what's become of it. See over here, there are old files, some little letters with the branding of the restaurant. You know, this probably would have been the way into the kitchen. These are some old freezers, industrial freezers. Oh, there you go. Okay, so I think we've seen just about everything that we're going to see here in Penzance that is of relevance to our trip. So with that, we're going to go back to the car and we're going to continue on the journey around Cornwall. There's still a lot more to see. Obviously I feel like I haven't really done Penzance justice. It is a really nice place. I'm aware the only thing that I've shown you is just one random shut down restaurant. There is more to see here, but there's not to say there isn't problems with Penzance, but it is a beautiful place. I'd definitely recommend coming. People here seem very nice as well, and if you like retro things, it's cool. Hello mate. So yeah, we're gonna get back to the car and continue on our journey. Around here we've got something that's quite cool as well that I'll just show you quickly while we're still here. We've got a very vintage car that's got 3 wheels, and lucky for us, it's for sale. How much is it? 6 grand for that. Only in Penzance, sorry. Only in Penzance. So the street names aren't in Cornish here in Penzance, at least none of the ones that I've seen. But, see there, it's just Marine Terrace. But, look at this. This is the sort of, I don't know, emblem of Penzance, and look at that. Kenza ha Dewetha. Now I've got no idea what that means, but it looks like a bit of Cornish to me. So I think we should check this out over here. We've got a bathing pool. So this little thing they've just carved out for people swimming, and it looks very retro. So let's go have a look. See how here, even though Penzance doesn't really have a beach as such, you can enjoy the fresh water over there in relative comfort. Again, it's quite an old school design. I feel like it's something you'd see in those sort of 70s Italian films. Yeah, I've got some very old school deck chairs there. Right, so that was Penzance. It's fucking boiling in here. I'm just gonna chill out for a bit and then make our way down to St. Just. That's where we're gonna go next.